Hey there everybody, Arlos here from Ice Games, bringing you some more Final Fantasy XIV, where we're continuing the Hildebrand quest line. I believe I've got like one more block in order to finish the A Realm Reborn story for Hildebrand, so I'm really kind of excited to see how this all goes. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, it's Hildebrand, so it is always a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely excited to see what is next. Oh, hey Elijah, you're here. Had a very awesome Thanksgiving yesterday. Oh, that's good. Hopefully everyone in the United States of America had a good Thanksgiving. And hopefully some decent sales for Black Friday today. No getting crushed waiting in line somewhere. Do all your Black Friday shopping online. But yeah, I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving. Lots of turkey and ham, or salad and non-meat meat, if that's what you're into. Oh, hey there, Revan. How's it going? See what other little minis we can get today. You. Tiny bulb. Night bulb. Little bulb. What do we got here? we'll use our wind up Ultros today. It's just yeah, that whole part yesterday was so dumb. I loved it. Oh, you went out to eat yesterday? Oh, that's fine too. Hey, that is perfectly fine as long as you had fun with. Even if you're just by yourself, if you're you had a good day to. Even just to kind of relax a little bit. That's all that matters. Or if you were with family, that's good too. Good. Looks like you might have finally found employment. Oh, that's awesome, Revan. Congrats on that. I know how, depending on what field you're in, the job market can be quite crazy. I know when I finished school, it took me about a year. It took me a little over, about a year or so to find my first, I say job, but it was an unpaid internship I did for 6 months. Which led to a paid internship, which led to a real job. Only took you 5 years? Hey, it's, as long as you did it, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how long it takes. And hopefully, gonna be something awesome and fun for you. Hey Drazor. Hopefully everyone's having a good. Was it Friday today? Look at this. Did I actually stream every day this week? Oh my gosh, I actually did it. You've never worked for free? Yeah, Drazor. It's one of those things that I didn't really. Wasn't like I was excited to do it. It's kind of it was at the time kind of the only option. Again, in the visual effects field, it happens more often than I would like. Kind of you're working for experience, which is dumb, but hey, I worked for them for a little bit, switched over to a paid internship at a different company, went to work for a third company afterwards, went back to the second company as a paid, not full-time or all contract work, and then went back to the first company that I originally had at my unpaid internship, and now I work for them. So yeah. Your mom said you need more responsibility to get a job. It all depends. I mean, it all depends. Like, I grew up in a small town, and by small I mean there was what, 200 people. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was still a village when I lived there, to be honest. And yeah, I ended up my first job was I worked for my uncle. For gosh, 4, 5, 6 years? Something like that. I started when I was 12, working in a mechanic shop, a heavy-duty mechanic shop. So, and then I didn't get my first, real job until I was, I think I was, 17, 18, when I got a job at the grocery store as a grocery transport engineer. And by grocery transport engineer, I mean bag boy. But yeah, it wasn't until I was in grade 12, my last year of high school, that I got a real job, an actual job, as you say. So never rush, especially Elijah, if you're still in school and stuff. Focus on school. School is more important. You started working when you were 13, and after that, the longest you've been out of the job was 2 years. The longest I've been out, the longest I was out was, I mean, I was technically not working while I was in school, but school is my job. When I went to a higher form of education, I consider that my job. So the longest I was without a job since I was 12 was a year. And that was when I was looking for my first career job, as you would call it, my first actual career job. Well, even then, it wasn't quite that long because I got a retail job while I was still looking. Yeah, and then I got a real job. Yeah, and then I kept that retail job for like 3 years after I started working my career work because it was fun and I enjoyed it. I got a job at the Lego store. Worked at a Lego store for like 3 years while working in my career. Oh man, yeah. No, so it wasn't even a full year. Since I was 12, it hasn't been a full year since I've been out of a job. Wow. That's depressing. Oh, no, actually, working keeps me busy. I've always loved just working. Even I did a lot of like, when I first started working, I did like 10 years of just retail work, and you know, not all of it enjoyable, but kind of fun. Get me something to do. Oh, but when you go to your dad's house, you'd help him change the oil in his car and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the thing, Elijah. If you're, I'm trying to remember, you're still like high school and stuff like that. So I mean, helping out family and stuff like that is around the house and stuff is good experience too. Especially like learning how to deal with vehicles. Always a good skill to have. You know, being able to change tires, change oil. You know, try to diagnose a little bit because cars are expensive. Oh, sorry, Revan. I wasn't saying working retail was a real job. No, it was like, I mean, my career. My real job, I mean, when I worked for my uncle in a mechanic shop, yes, I worked for him for 6 years. Yes, it was a mechanic shop. But I was very part-time, you know, kind of slacked off a little bit sometimes. I don't count that a real job. Everything else after I turned 18 was a real job. And honestly, sometimes my retail career, I wouldn't consider it real jobs. It was just, I had no passion. I didn't care about it at all. It was just something to do. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I didn't mean to say that working retail isn't real jobs, because it definitely is. It's some of the hardest jobs I've ever worked are retail positions. Gosh, some of it was so annoying. But some of it was so much fun. You're working when you went to school too. For 2 months, you worked 100% on top of university grades are all. And again, I had lots of friends that did that. Thankfully, I had some savings, and also Vanessa helped me out while I was in school. So I thank her every day for that. Well, not every day, but I should thank her every day for that, because she is amazing. Hey there, the dragon. Hey there, welder. You'll be starting on Tuesday next week. Well, congrats, Revan. Yay, jobs. Yay, jobs. Oh my gosh, yeah. Working retail, again, it's weird. Working retail as just like a lower level position was more enjoyable when as soon as I started getting into management, I really started hating it. It was just so annoying. Oh, I could never work another holiday in retail again. I'm not gonna lie, Welder. I've thought about, you know, getting during the holidays or something like that, getting a part-time job. There's a couple local game stores, like game stores that I've thought about it, but I'm like, every time I think about it, I'm like, I can't do it. I had 10 years of that. I can't do it again. I've had my life threatened too many times. But yes, retail work is definitely, and they don't get paid enough. Most retail workers do not get paid what they should be. They're like corporate overlords, make all the billions of dollars, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sarah. Sarah Booth, you watched all your Final Fantasy videos and you finally caught one live? Well, welcome. I'm glad you were able to catch this one live. I will be starting the Hildebrand. Well, not starting. I'm near the end of... I've got the last block of the Realm Reborn Hildebrand quest line to do, so I'm very excited because it's always fun to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. So welcome to the stream. I'm glad you can make it. Especially this time of year, people are jerks to retail workers. Yes, and that is sad. That is... I've never understood being mean to, especially retail workers. I mean, underpaid, overworked, and then you yell at them for something that's not their fault. It's not their fault. They didn't do anything. So many times, again, they should almost... I know it's weird, but they should make like everyone work like retail for Christmas at least once in their life, so they understand. But all my work experiences in retail so far, yeah, Revan, and then that was my entire thing up until, oh gosh, I was 28 before I went back to school, where I finally decided to go back to school and get the job, get. And again, retail, I've got lots of friends that like retail is their career, where they do management and stuff like that, which is awesome, and they're totally happy doing that. I have people that do lots of different jobs. Just gotta, whatever you do, find some of the joy in it. That's all that matters. Find some of the joy in it. That's half the fun. There's always, whatever you do, there's always something good about it, right? And if it's a job where unfortunately you can't find any joy in it, maybe go to a different place. It could be the same field, could be the same. If it's retail, same retail, just a different place. Like I didn't think I'd ever work after I left retail after 10 years. I never thought I'd go do it again. And then I got a job at the Lego store doing retail, and it was probably the most fun job I've ever had in my life. And that's why constantly I think of like, oh man, maybe I could go back there. I know the manager still. I know a lot of the people still work there. Like, oh, I'm tempted to, because yeah, I worked there for more than 2 years, while still working like I went to school and career job kind of a thing. So yeah. Always wanted to volunteer with animals there, Elijah. There may be again, I'm not sure where if it's available where you live, but you may be able to talk to potentially some like animal shelters or places like that where you may be able to do some volunteer work. You could always like, there's people are usually looking for volunteers for things, so definitely you might be able to find that out if your parents are okay with it. Never worked the same position twice. Oh, and Sarah says they're so goofy. Yes. Trace, are you currently working in a grocery store? Literally working every other place in the store. It's weird that I know more about the store than the people that worked there for 30 years. And that's fine. Oh man, working in a grocery store was actually kind of fun. That was like my first job out of school was, or sorry, in school, I was still in high school, was again, I call it a grocery transport engineer. But I was just a bag boy where I just bagged people's groceries. But it was fun. You're the kind of person that once you start threatening your family, change to a different person. Yes, that is very true. Oh yeah, you can do whatever you want to me. I don't care. But you talk bad about my family, I will destroy you. The stories I can tell but never will. All right. Let's get into Hildebrand here. So let's talk with Ellie. Oh, sorry. Elijah said the struggle is getting to the shelter. Oh, and back because your mom leaves her work early. Yeah, that can be that's again, not sure where you live, but again, that's public transit is an option. That's always a good thing. Or sometimes, again, depending on where you are, sometimes there's those volunteer programs have a system where they will have someone come pick you up and take you there. But again, it all depends. Just look around. You never know, Elijah. You never know. Like if you want to be around pets and stuff like that, talk to some neighbors. Maybe they can like you can like walk their dogs or something like that. Something simple like that. Once you bring my family in one phone call, Bud's be rolling up 8 people deep. Yeah. I get that, Welder. The store you're gonna work at is not far from where you live, so it's handy. Yes, that can always be fun. I worked at right before I went to school. I left Edmonton to come to where I live now. It's kind of one of those things where like it was a couple months before I was leaving. I'm like, I gotta do something, so I got a job at a Starbucks like 2 blocks away from me, really like a block and a half, and it was awesome because like just walk in there and do it. So yeah. Oh, there's a sorry, Elijah Rover said there's Sarah said there's a Rover website you can advertise yourself as a pet sitter, and shelters and rescues often take volunteers. Yeah, I mean there's lots of different ways you can do stuff like that. Yeah. Oh man, puppies are awesome. I want a puppy. Hot take: Starbucks is overpriced and not very good. I will never buy a Starbucks coffee again, Welder. It's not worth it at all. 100%. Especially, I worked there for 6 months. I don't think I ever made one coffee properly. Just made it up as I went along. You wanted to volunteer as a rescue and end up with like 100 dogs there, Sarah? Yeah, I get that. Oh, that happens. Oh, that's a thing. Oh my gosh, that's how. I mean, that's like my parents and cats. My sister works for the town. A couple times where like someone like brought in a cat or something like that to like the shelter, and like, oh, I was gonna be put down, so my sister takes it, brings it to my parents' house, and be like, they're like, oh, like you can take it if you don't have to, you can say no if you don't want the cat or but it just lets you know if you don't, it'll be put down or something like that. So of course they take it in. So yeah. Oh, puppies are the best. Kitties are the best. Oh, I want a puppy so bad. Fortunately, where I currently live, I'm not allowed to have a puppy. I mean, have I paid for Starbucks coffee? Yeah, like if I'm with some friends and they want to go in and they get Starbucks, the only thing I get from Starbucks now is I get their like drip coffee. In fact, that's usually like when I go to any coffee place, all I get is like their dark roast drip coffee. That's all I want. All these fancy mocha frappuccinos and stuff. I mean, I had a point in my life where I went through a bunch of those, but... Oh, you have a 4-month-old chocolate lab right now and she's fantastic? Sarah. That sounds like... Oh, labs are the best puppies. Oh, I miss puppies. I miss puppies so much. Well, when we go back home, my parents don't have their dog anymore. Their dog, they had a border collie. She unfortunately passed away earlier this year, but she was beautiful. Vanessa's sister's got a couple dogs that are amazing. One's like a husky border collie cross, I believe, and the other one's just I can't remember the name. And then her dad's got 2 labs, and I love labs. They're just so awesome. They're 2 yellow labs. But chocolate labs are so beautiful. Oh, puppies are so awesome. I want more puppies. Okay. Oh, you also follow 5-year-old yellow lab. Yeah, they're the best. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's got 2. We got 2 yellow labs, and I just I love. Never really paid much attention to labs because growing up we had farm dogs, and then we also had a little growing up we had a little cockapoo, a little cocker spaniel. Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix, but it was like the tiny version of it. So tiny. So tiny and yappy. But yeah, they're just so relaxed. I have 2 1-year-old pit bulls who are brother and sister. Well, they're and pit bulls, I don't think it's such a bad rap. Pit bulls are awesome. Oh, the dragon, you're allergic. Oh, see, and when they know you're allergic, they come near you. See, yeah, Vanessa's allergic to cats. And every time we go somewhere with the cats just want to like go on her lap, and like they just want to be around her, even though she's allergic. That's how I almost know you're allergic. And they're like, you're allergic to me. I'm gonna come say hi to you. Especially my parents, one of their cats, this old cat Charlie, he's got his spot on the couch. And then when we come over and visit the family, usually kind of where Vanessa sits is there, and he gets all upset because that's his spot, but she's sitting there. But they've come to an understanding now after all these years. They're loving to who they know and are friendly. Yeah, the pit bulls are any breed. It's up to the way the owners. I'm 100% of the thing. It's up to how the owners treat their dogs, to how the dogs treat others. So treat your dogs good and kind, and I'm sure they'll treat others kind and good. Man, I want a puppy. Our landlords have 2 puppies. I like hearing them barking and stuff like that. I love puppies. Even again, I don't call dogs dogs. I call them puppies. I don't know. It's what I do. It's weird. Even like when we go for walks and stuff like that around town, I'm like, oh, there's a puppy. We always like point out dogs to each other. Yeah, it's how they're treated and trained. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, some breeds might have a tendency towards one way, but I mean, that's how they were bred. That's how people wanted to them. But yeah, if you train them properly and treat them properly, yeah. Old doggos are puppers. Yeah, Sarah, that's true. Oh man, I love puppies. Okay. I can talk about puppies all day. All right, so let's talk with Ellie here, who is not a puppy. And let's get started in the Hildebrand quest line here. All right, so this is the Shades of Sildith. Okay, so Ellie would share with you a shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. Okay, so the Phantom Thief has 3 of the items, wants a 4th item. We don't know why they want this 4th item. Something about something. Maybe they'll take over the world or some apocalypse or something, but yeah. And we got a little octopus guy yesterday. Oh, okay, so let's fix here. So I was wondering when you showed up, Lunith. I hope you haven't made any plans for the night, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Ul'dah society. Mr. Manyfaces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The messages were always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye has been selling like Ponzi cakes. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message, until now, that is. Shall we, Lunith? The hidden treasure for Ul'dah, is it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. The Sol Silk tapestries. Or 2 Sol Silk tapestries. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yeah, old dogs are the bestest boys and girls. That is very true. Well, puppies are always the best. Where are we going? Going this way? Okay. Here, I thought this was a puppy talk stream. Oh, Revan, don't tempt me. I will 100% do that. I love puppies. Theft the murder sounds about right. Yeah. Seems like it's the right direction. And again, I like how she comments that the reader's like a good murder mystery because, yes. Oh my gosh, murder mysteries are still so super popular. Oh no! I hit the wrong one. Oh well, we got our Castaway Chocobo chick. Okay, this is perfectly fine too. Running. I have to talk to you. Yes. Oh my gosh, because of Vanessa, I've learned more about serial killers and stuff like that than I think I ever want to know in my life. Well now, if it ain't my favorite venture and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter, along with them, tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I like to help you two, oh best mates, I'm afraid you've found all Wyman at a loss. Ul'dah has more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise. I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much though, Wherever the thief got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. Word is that they formed a regiment, owe their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan swarm aren't likely to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Lunith, I'd say it's time we paid visit to the heart of the sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourself involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and find one of that. Don't put that pretty neck o' yours to risk trying to play a hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I'm ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Luna, time is of the essence. Because, of course, I'll take the case. Where are we going now? Alright, this way. Is here at the Alchemist Guild. Okay. Wait, we're going to the Geneva Convention? What's going on? Wait, what? That's me with the cartels. Oh, you went down a rabbit hole. Oh gosh, what's going on? We're going to the are we doing something against the Geneva Convention? Alchemist Guild. Heart of the Sworn. Yeah. Yeah, the dragon. All I can think of is like, I'm like, are we playing StarCraft right now? That is what I talked to, I think. I bought it day of. In fact, I even think I bought the special edition or whatever of the Protoss expansion for StarCraft 2, and I still have never played it. Never played it. The campaign. Maybe I should do that some days. Go through the campaign again. Because I really did like the story of StarCraft 2. The Wings of Liberty was awesome. And then the Zerg expansion was kind of weird because it was just the story of Wings of Liberty, but opposite, where Kerrigan was looking for Raynor. Yeah, because Raynor was looking for Kerrigan in Wings of Liberty, and then all of a sudden, in the Zerg one, I can't remember the name of it, it was Kerrigan looking for Raynor. I'm like, oh, this is fun. Okay, you told your family they were mad, saying this, they didn't want you to volunteer? Oh. But I mean, if that's they don't want you to, there's nothing I can say about that, but hopefully they change. You never know. They might change their mind sometime. A halt. An unauthorized, the only authorized personnel are allowed in. Bugger me. With a broadsword. It's a gentleman of Light's adventuring company in the catty, but cute reporter for the Mithril Eye. Well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light. Tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultan Sworn recruiter to land you this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing that gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of my soul. Like I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm, just like my hero, Master Hildebrand. The Sultan Swarm were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm. They gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me you've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigation, haven't you? Cor, why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I could do to help the mates who united me with my role model. I'll be waiting you'll be wanting to speak with Elise? She's one of the Sworn's best and something of a history buff, I'd seem. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Beldia, she personally stepped forward to volunteer to lead the investigation. All right, Elijah, have fun. Have a good day. Okay, if anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, aye? Okay, she's gonna get her. You saw that the Imperial Guard are getting a new tank? You mean the Rogel Dorn tank? Which I can't wait to get several of. Alright, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Ellie, from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case. and would appreciate any information that would may shed light on recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Lunith Darksphere, yes? Mm-hmm. You know Lunith? As any regular reader of the Mithril I would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly benefits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The Sultan Swarm. The elite of Ulda's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Meriden, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Lunith, a moment if you would. Right there. Very good. Now face me. Don't move. And Ilm. Inspector, what is that in your... Uh-oh. What's this? What did he do? Demasking Dusk, a formula of my own devising that would allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counteragent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. Fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are extraordinarily rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan Swarm at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ulda? The last of the 4 lost relics of Beladia? I fear not. I've ported through the histories time and time again. But the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference to in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the glorious glare. The legend goes to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 heroes, but make no mentions of their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of the origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The Blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone treasures within. You have our word, my lady. Okay. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We'd be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. Oh, here's Hildebrand. There he is. The hero of the day. Cast all warrior from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. Yes. And this must be the demasking dust that is all the talk of the palace. Oh, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. Oh, gosh. A shame that... Inspector Hildebrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far: the head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh. This will prove the most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conquered over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a great sword? Strangled with a subligar, mayhap? I'm afraid we've identified no problem. In any event, the murder plots the death of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm renowned powers of deduction are more than up for the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please take this masking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single satchel. I trust you will put it to good use. Okay, thank you. There we go. We got some demasking dust, and Hildebrand's here, and we got things kind of started. Let's see. Oh, it is the Rogel Darn. Why can I not say that properly? It's the name of the Imperial Fist framework. But yeah, I'm very excited. I assume that tank's going to be, I think they're thinking next year, early next year. Definitely want, I'm thinking I want at least 2. I might take a 3rd one, but maybe I should get at least 5. I should at least have 1 for every Baneblade variant I have, right? I have 5 Baneblades. Well, 2 Baneblades, a Shadow Sword, a Storm Sword, and a Storm Lord. But maybe I should get 1 for each of those. Yes, very excited for that. Also very excited because tomorrow, I believe it tomorrow, the Kydia Stands box comes out, and I've got mine ordered up and ready to show up. Just to go pick it up. Very excited for that. Get my hands on the new Guard Codex. Go with my way too big of a Guard army. Any Titans? I do not have a Titan yet. Titans are expensive. All the Baneblades I bought, in fact, 98% of the Guard army I have, I bought while I worked with Games Workshop, like 13, 14 years ago. I bought it while working at Games Workshop at like a discount. And also like when Apocalypse came out. Well, there, I don't know if you know anything about that. Apocalypse was an older game. Gosh, that was like 4th edition or something like that. So that's when I bought like, I bought the Baneblades when they first came out. I bought the, what was it? I think it was called Emperor's Talon. It was the 10, they sold this box of 10 Lehman Russes. So I've got those. Plus I've got like, how many guardsmen do I have now? 120 regular, and then like, I've got like 10 chimeras, like a bunch of, I don't know, I got way too much. Way too much. I've got over 10,000 points of guard right now, and I'm wanting to get more. I have a problem, and it's my Imperial Guard, and I love them too much. I'm like, I'm going to start a Space Marine army this edition and 9th edition. I'm going to do a Space Marine army. This is going to be awesome. And then I just bought more guard. But yeah, no Titans yet. That's one of those things. Like if I end up having like a bunch of money one day left over for some reason, maybe. But yeah. Yeah, it's or if they ever did them in plastic, well, they're 100% wood. I've only ever made 1 purchase from Forge World, and it was recently. A year or so ago, I bought the Forge World Slanesh Greater Demon. I got the Greater Demon. I got the Necromunda, the Enforcer character came with the dog. Because I'm using her as a commissar for my guard army, because I have I have 40 Valentine Enforcers that I use. I was using them as veterans because they have shotguns, but the new edition you can't use shotguns anymore. They got rid of veterans, so I'm switching them over to Kazrakan. So they're going to convert them a little bit, and they're going to become Kazrakan, so I can still have 4 special weapons in the unit. And then maybe I'll put a picture of my Imperial Guard army on the Discord sometime, because my Imperial Guard army is all I don't have any like plasma guns, I don't have any melta guns. All my my regular units, they're all grenade launchers and flamers, and even the heavy weapons are all heavy bolters, autocannons, and mortars and missiles. I don't have any laser weapons besides the last cannons or the last guns. The only thing I don't take last cannons. I don't take plasma weapons because I kind of built mine kind of like World War I, World War II ish. Even my rocket launcher or my missile launchers, I took the screen off of it, so it's just like a tube now. Yeah. Let's see here. Shadow Sword's crew. Sir, the emanation is screaming at me again. Yep, that's kind of how it works with a Shadow Sword. Although I have to paint my Shadow Sword. I gotta paint. I've been repainting my tanks actually because I'm painting them off of the 80s British city camo, where it was blocks of grays and browns and whites. What do you want? Is a new Revan? You want a new Dawn of War RTS? I would love a new Dawn of War RTS. But Relic is currently working on Company of Heroes 3, which I'm very excited for. Maybe they'll do one after that. It'd be awesome. Hey, Dollar. How's it going? Saw a video of a gentleman had 300k point. Welder, I think you're talking about, that would be Mini Wargaming's Dave, right? That's Mini Wargaming, I think, if you're talking about the right video. He's from Canada. Also, yeah, Mini Wargaming's from Canada, if you ever watch their stuff. And also Play On is from Canada too, and I like their, if you like watching battle reports, watch those ones. See, well, their Dark Tide's coming out. Technically, it's already out. You can buy it right now and start playing it. I am not doing that because it's coming out to Xbox Game Pass, so I'm just going to play it on there. But yeah, I'm very excited for Dark Tide. Again, the story was written by my favorite artist, my favorite author of all time, Dan Abnett. So very excited for that. Anyways, let's talk with Hildebrand here. Man, I gotta paint more guard. Actually, what I need to paint is got a bunch of my bolt action units I gotta paint before tomorrow. I don't even know how much a 30k army. Well, if you're talking orcs, you can just kind of build your orcs however you want. So an orc army could end up being super cheap. If you just build a bunch of plasticard, you could just build giant stompas and gargants with plasticard and tanks with plasticard. So an orc army could be very, very cheap if you wanted it to be. Dawn of War 1 got you very interested in Warhammer 40k? Warhammer 40k is awesome. I've been playing it since I was in grade 10 is when I started playing it. You're doing excellent today, Dollar? Awesome. That makes me happy. I'm glad you're doing excellent. Anyways, talk to Hildebrand. all the puppies in Warhammer talk today. Okay, so come to accompany me yet another case, friend. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most happily. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of his admirers. I shall henceforth call you, thusly, Lunith, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin the inspection by inspecting the site from which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasimo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze, friends. Let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious. My ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's demasking dust to good use. All right, let's go. Where are we supposed to be going here? Okay, we're heading out of the city. So yeah, the poor Dawn of War 3 couldn't live up to expectations. No, unfortunately it did not. I still enjoyed it. I liked the ideas they were going with, but I wanted more Dawn of War 1. Like, Dawn of War 2 was good, but Dawn of War 1 was so much better. I wanted like an RTS, not a like character hero RTS. That's not what I'm playing these games for. You just can't paint, or you would buy some models. Hey, Revan, I can't paint to save my life. I am horrible at painting. But, I mean, if you want to ever play, never think your models don't look good. Never worry about that. I mean, heck, I've entered painting contests with, like, horribly painted models that I'm like, I think I did well on this. I put it in a contest, and it looked horrible, but I still was happy about it. I can't, I mean, my biggest thing is I'm colorblind, so painting is very hard for me. I can't, I can do texture work because I can read the color codes. I can't do that with painting. So just as Vanessa, I know her sometimes being like, hey, does this look okay? I'll just like walk into the bedroom or the kitchen area and be like, does this look okay? How does this look? Does this look okay? But yes, and that's the thing, Welder. You would put your hobbies, other hobbies are expensive as well. Warhammer can be very expensive. But there's other miniature games that are not. I've started getting into like Star Wars Legion as a miniature game, Bolt Action, a little bit cheaper. Or if you wanted to do Games Workshop like stuff, there's like Kill Team, which is like you build a squad. So like $70 and you've got enough to play the game. Well, and then the rule book and stuff. Look, 200 all in. Say 200 all in, not even. Or like BattleTech, where you can 3D print your own stuff or buy it from somewhere. Or lots of different smaller companies doing stuff like that. But yes, 40k armies can be very expensive, especially if you look at it as a whole. Like you plan out like a 2,000 point tournament list, and you're like, this is going to cost me like $900. It looks worse than it is. You can, you know, go to a local gaming store to get it cheaper. You can buy it on eBay to get it even cheaper and stuff like that. But yeah, you want to get a 3D printer? I would love a 3D printer. I just don't have space for it. And also, if I start printing it, it would be noisy and smelly, so I don't have the space for it. But I have one at work I have access to. And then one of my local gaming stores has a 3D printer. You can do that too, which is nice. You did once buy a Warhammer 40k starter set that had both Space Marines and Orcs. Get around putting it together. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you still have it, you can still use all the stuff that came with it. Except for like the rule books and stuff. But you can find the rules for free online, to be honest. It's an Andrea! Oh my gosh, how's it going, Andrea? It's been a minute. How is Andrea doing? The dragon, the army, the paint, the things you need to paint. I can get most for cheap though. Yeah, that's the thing, is it depends on how you want to go into it. You can get dollar store brushes and dollar store paint as long as it's like whatever you wanted. You don't have to go crazy, or you can. Even like the primers, you can get cheaper primers if you want to. But yeah, well, it depends on what you want to do. Busy-ish, but fine otherwise. Me too. I'm doing good now. I'm doing okay. Doing just fine. Having a good day today. Having fun with Hildebred and this giant tortoise. So yeah. Want to paint your Marines in the Blood Raven colors? If you still have them, do it. Do it. Blood Ravens are fun. Thieving Blood Ravens. Thieving Blood Ravens. Who totally aren't from the Thousand Suns at all. The Dragon Bloodthirst Dale stuff his stuff down. Yep. I love that joke about the Blood Raven. It's awesome. I think if I do a Space Marine army, which I got some Marines. What am I talking about? Some Marines. I've got the Age of Darkness box. I've got like 1,500 points of gosh, I totally forgot I had that. Of Horus Heresy Marines, which I'm going to do Emperor's Children, and then the I've got some Assault Interceptors, which I'm going to be as Flesh Tearers. Oh, you lost this set years ago. How's my rank? It was not the best of circumstances, but it's one of those things that you know, I'm okay. That's all I gotta say from that matter. Yes, I am here. I'm good. Good painters have better patience. Yeah, I can't paint to save my life. My stuff looks like crap, but I still have fun with it. Oh, no worries, Andrea. I'm good. I'm good. All right, so let's talk to Hildebrand here. Whoop. You hiding in the trees there? Razor, are you hiding? All right. And again, if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. There's also commission painters out there. You can pay people to paint stuff for you. That's a huge business nowadays, which actually, because of how much that's grown, it's actually gotten cheaper. Anyways, let's talk with Hildebrand here and see what we're doing next. Okay, so flowers? Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist, who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think ye doing, eh? I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dare defile his memory, eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. I am... Well, as I was just saying, the flowers are clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run away. Far away. Run, or you'll turn into a zombie, just like my poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Sylvia? Aye, old sibling nation against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed on both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy drought brewed by the alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead. That his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors spurned. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through. But you won't hear that from the Sultan Sworn. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the boy away before I could so much as pay me last respects. The traitor's spurn? I'd heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to hear such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? Silden. I'm sure of it, aye. Only a Silden would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Silden died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. They did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma. I did. About the 4 relics of Beldia, the powers they hold, the power to extract justice. The specter of Sylvia has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe upon us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only to become a traitor like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sylvia. But you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed. Okay, so she's crazy, or is the person in disguise? I don't know what's going on. And yes, Drazer, I'm pretty sure we fought multiple zombies already. I love Hildebrand, the way he does his thinking thing. Those bleedings, they're here somewhere. I feel it in my fallacies. The most potent hair tonic the realm has ever seen. Aye, that was for all a fortnight, before my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was clattering up the lovely young lass of the quicksand, just to twist the knife in an extra ilm. Wait, what? Montbank? Charlatan, I'll find that so-called inspector and his story band, and pull every last strand of hair from his bleeding skulls. Wait, who's that again? Dragon, you can't have a game without a prophet of doom. Doom, I tell you, doom. And yeah, well, there definitely history always repeats itself. For those who don't learn from it, are you flying? You're flying. This star marmot has learned to hover in the air. Oh no, it fell down. Okay. Hildebrand is onto something, but at least, or he's onto something, or at least he thinks he is. All right, it has become clear to me now that dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away a foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your eyes and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of living and dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is true nature of the Spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to ascertain its rancor. Let us begin our search at the Guild. Doubtless, the tomes that contain the wealth of knowledge of the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Stilde might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Paradin. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the Guild, I shall not escape my inspector's eye. Okay, yeah, you can go. Oh, we have to go too. Okay. Do I remember the first part of Hildebrand? I'm honest. Oh, Hildebrand didn't do that, did he? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to remember the old man. Yes. Okay, so the tire tonic didn't work. I'm going to talk with you. Research an ancient feud between Ul'dah and Stilde, are you? Most impressive. Young people these days show so little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still, to the birth of their mother nation. Beldia? The fifth astral era was an age of untold wonders, but the arcane arts burgeoned on it, and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. The age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having consulted with caused a catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanaland, and where they would found the nation of Beldia some 8 centuries agone. Imagine the government of mages, by mages, and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had the civilization survived to this very day. Alas, that was not to be. Okay. And Drazer says we gave him the hair tug at the end of the first part, and apparently wasn't potent enough. There we go. Yes. That was like a very passing thing. I almost forgot completely about that. Oh, sweet Scarbrand is defeated. Your Desert Bretonian friends have been saved. Ooh, actually, I was recently playing that because I realized I had never played enough of it to unlock Boris. So actually, I spent the other day where I just went and I unlocked Boris, so I could play him at different things. Alright, so let's talk with you. So, greetings, traveler. You will learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Silda. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sildan ancestors or alchemists devised the most horrific stratagem, employing a frightful formula known as a traitor's spurn, and they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Then shivers up the spine just thinking about it. No, is truly a cowering glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Nope, I don't want to become a mage. Do this. I'm also very excited because next week I will have a new Total War series coming out. Very excited. It's already uploaded and ready to go and will be out probably starting Monday. Very excited for it. Get to play as Marathi, who I love. Marathi's awesome. Because Dark Elves are the best. And she also has... she can use Demonettes, because Slaanesh is also the best. Yay, Slaanesh. Alright, you've heard that... Okay, sorry, well, they're saying, I heard a theory that the Total War Warhammer is taking part in one of the millions of planets in the 40k universe. Yes, that was a theory for years and 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 years. Fortunately, that essentially was proven wrong when, you know, the Age of Sigmar kind of came into being, when the old world kind of goes destroyed, and then it was like millions and millions of years after that the mortal realms kind of created, because I mean, at one point Slaanesh was captured by the elves. The gods like captured Slaanesh between the mortal realms, the spaces between. So essentially, you can't have Slaanesh be captured in Age of Sigmar, but also not captured in 40k. So that kind of proved it. Although, when I was first playing Warhammer and 40k, clearly that's what we all thought, is it was just a world. That the old ones, the lizardmen of the Slann were just old ones. That was kind of the remnants of the old ones. But apparently that has been proven to be not true. Khorne is the best. I used to think Khorne was the best. Khorne was my favorite. It was Khorne, and then when I got a little bit older, I wanted to do a Tzeentch army, and now that I'm actually building a demon army, it is oh, I have a Slaanesh army now. I actually have a Slaanesh army. It could be that, it was thousands of years before when the known 40k lore started. I mean, not really, because Slaanesh was created essentially during the start of the Horus Heresy. Slaanesh was kind of created. Oh no, was it? How long ago was it? I think it was like 30,000 years or so when Slaanesh was created by the Eldar. Might have been before that. I can't remember. The Slaanesh isn't that old, so it can't be like the Emperor was the Emperor when Slaanesh was around. So it can't really be quite like that. So, yeah. I think that was Games Workshop's way of kind of making them separate. What? Meh. What do we know? What do I know? I'm not a lore master. Go ask Luton or a Grimdark Narrator. They'll know. Andrea, Zinch, the god you think you're following, your follower of. Slanesh, the god. Zinch, the god you think you want to follow. Slanesh, the god you think you're a follower. Nurgle, the god you're actually following. Nurgle's the only chaos god that I never wanted to have anything to do with. I never liked the miniatures. I didn't like the. I mean, the story's okay. Never really a big fan. Although we'll see. With 40k lore, there might be a 5th god coming in. Well, I say 6. I believe there is a 5th god already. I believe Malice is already a god. Maybe 7th. The Emperor is a god, right? The Emperor is a god. Oh yeah, the Emperor's the dragon. The Emperor is a perpetual. So the Emperor was around before the start of civilization. We're just not sure. I'm not sure if lore-wise if he's always been the same person or if he's just been reincarnated several times, and that's essentially what's happening on the Golden Throne. Is it's stopping him from regenerating into a new being. But that's one thing. Yeah, Slanesh was born in the early 30th millennium. I couldn't remember if it was 30th or 20th for some reason. The Emperor is older than Slanesh. The Emperor is older than Slanesh for sure. Everything's older than Slanesh. Essentially, Slanesh is so young, and that's why. And that's where you couldn't have, Slanesh born, and then like captured for millennia, by the elves, and then just getting released now. Like it couldn't have happened in between those times of Slanesh being born and now, because too much time took place in the mortal realm. So that's why they've separated Age of Sigmar and 40k by essentially that moment kind of does it. Okay, but let's actually talk to this Kokobuki. What that you say? You seek knowledge of the bad blood between Ulda and Stilda? I suppose I can spare a moment or two, but take good notes. I'm not fond of repeating myself. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ulda weighing prosperity and power, and the silver of Stilda weighing knowledge and power. Prosperity and power? Knowledge and power. Okay. But the power sought by the 2 nations differ greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ulda, prosperity, was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by the other place was known as horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. But riddle me this, friend: who writes those histories, and what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against the Ulda and Almaja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? But I've said enough already. Yeah, and that's true. History is written by the victor, right? That's why a lot of the things you have to take with a grain of salt. I have to find someone to talk to. Your favorite line in Dark Tide: Skulls of the Golden Throne, blood for the Golden Empire. Very close to it. What? I thought it was skulls for the Skull Throne, blood for the Blood God. But they said it for the Emperor. Blame it on the warp. Yeah, I blame everything on the warp. We gotta talk to you here. I gotta talk to somebody here. Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. Is it one of you two? No, I don't want to join the guild. Talk with you. You don't say. Oh, it's not every day someone comes to our halls to research. Silde? Or how do you pronounce that? I'm so bad at pronouncing things, I'm sorry. As a fellow student of history, though, I am more than welcome the conversation. The civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was their rightful heir to the throne. Well, with neither son willing to relinquish the claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming two nations, Ulda and Silda. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Okay, so that makes sense, I guess. Oh, Hildebrad's here. The Emperor has a presence in the warp. His living saints, Chaos Champions and Legion of the Damned, demons. Chaos God confirmed. Honestly, I do believe, because the warp, again, going on a tangent. We're going on lots of 40k tangents, and I love that. Apologize if you're not a 40k fan, but the warp is essentially like Slaanesh was created by the emotions of the Eldar. They were too, let's say, friendly. They loved too much, and it created Slaanesh. So that's why I believe with all the humans, and humans essentially have not as strong psychic connection to the warp as the Eldar, but still have a major presence in it. That because so many of them believe it, that the Emperor has essentially become a god. That's what I think. That's what my personal headcanon is the Emperor kind of is. And then because, like, I mean, that's where the sisters get their protection. Like they have protection because they believe in the Emperor, so they get the protection. They have like things like Saint Celestine, the living saint, which, oh my gosh, which book was that I listened to? Which was a really good book about Saint Celestine, about how every time she dies, she kind of goes through a trial to become the saint again every time she dies and then comes back. Love Saint Celestine so much. I really got to paint my Saint Celestine model. Also, yeah, I do have a Sisters of Battle army. I got to paint the model though. I'm going to convert it up a little bit and paint it. So yeah, I think that the Emperor is a god. I think he is. It makes sense. I mean, how many untold trillions and billions of humans are out there worshipping him? So yeah, he's a god. Or maybe he has to fully die to become the god? So because he's sitting on the golden throne and being kept alive, it's and kind of like almost a stasis kind of thing. Maybe he has to actually perish to become that deity. But we'll see. We'll see. We're about to go through the arcs. What is it? The new storyline that's coming out soon. The Arcs of Omen, I believe it's called. Or the book series where like Abaddon's working with this demon guy that's got a really cool model. That he's trying to become a god, so we'll see how that works. Hey, Iced, you guys didn't have a turkey day, right? No, Plathanos, our turkey day was, our Thanksgiving was in October. Canada has Thanksgiving in October. Yes, Arcs of Omen, Get the Dragon. I watched this live stream, I should know. Or if enough orcs think he's a god, that maybe he can become a god anyways. Well, I hope that Commissar Yorick comes back, simply because the orcs believe that he's coming back. That's what I want. I want Commissar Yorick to come back just because the orcs want to fight him. I would love that. Orcs are the best. All right, Hildebrand, what's next on this story? Oh, the orcs are so crazy. I love them. We'll never do an orc army, but I love that they're awesome. Okay, so my ever loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed, as it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. In the War of Succession divides the great civilization, given rise to the sibling nations of Ulda and Silda. The two nations coexisted for some generations until the blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Denouted by Ulda's superiority military might, the other nation employed their advanced alchemy knowledge of horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of doomed Silda, who seeks vengeance against those who reduce his countrymen to slaving zombies. To pacify their souls and send him peacefully to the next world, there's but one course of action. We must find the statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering his wrought. Wait, what? Don't think you can do that. He's probably long dead. So a brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go yourself a shovel and dig the statesman out of the grave yourself. Leaving aside the nonsense of spirits inspectors, it appears increasingly likelihood that our quarry shares some link to Silda. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. This connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of the relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had the most frightened air about him. Wait, it has come to me, of course. My keen investigative senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. Oh, you really should stop thinking so hard. You're likely to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man, and where might we find him? My sources identify this man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Yes. Let's go. Happy belated Turkey Day. Yay, Turkey Day. Boom, 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 boom. New Horizon. Oh, well, do you like how an orc band impressed Khorne so much it made it so that at the end of each day they will revive and continue fighting in the fighting pit? Yep, they I can't remember what, it's on one of the Khorne's demon worlds where, yeah, there's like an orc warband that they just fight, and then every day they come back and they fight some more, and they love it because orcs love a good fight. Tuska Demon Killer, that's it. Thank you to the dragon. Yep. Orcs are happy. Khorne is happy. Everybody's happy. Alright, let's see what this merchant has to say. Yes. If you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chattering with every stranger who passed by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you for just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are. I ain't got no time or patience for this. Mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. Thought I recognized that voice. Lady, Durlada? Well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair day? Why, I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Hi, Inspector Brayden, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Guguria? Can we discuss business affairs? Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But lady, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from the Asmi's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ul'dah myself? I'll say this once more. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. All right. I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me. Got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor spurned, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me thinking. Matilda, 5 victims, I, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. You would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the old Sildith conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me? False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? Balls. Don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well. Tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob. The name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me he was going to set sail to Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said that there were many prying eyes at the airship dock. Said he had a private ship dock and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear it from me. This man, Hobbs, must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless, he already also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how all this works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the past braids. Once he heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger, even as we speak. Alright, let's search for Hob. Mount roulette. Yes, Andrea. Orcs don't necessarily like skulls. They just pop out sometimes when you get some killing done. Oh. Oh, I gotta go down here. Okay. Uh-oh. You know, I really wish this Hildebrand storyline was voiced, just because I want to hear what they think Hildebrand sounds like. So Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No, stand back, Ellie! Oh no, he's gonna be a zombie. I hunger for your brains. Brains. There's no saving the man. Ludith, do what you must. Now we're killing a zombie. Yay! Oh, right. We're not actually fighting. Okay. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me that this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead, who it seemed we were a few moments late to the scene. Message. And then there was one. Uh-oh. I do like how they're doing this with the masked person, where it's a person, but you 100% can never tell what they actually look like. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense, a sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For a moment, let us return to report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I, too, must return to the Mithril Eye. Let us meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. If you do not, you will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. Those streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. You insist, Nashu. I'll give you. Then I give you my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She's quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, is there something I must tell you about this when this case is over? Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Inspector? Ah, I costed a soul. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promised. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow? Oh, consider my interest piqued as well. Good, Inspector. Now let us be off, Miss. Phyllis awaits a report. Some streamer called it heroic himbo, and he gave him the Zach Brannigan voice. That's kind of what the idea I was having, the dragon. And I got a few voice actor friends. I would love to, like, play with them where they did the voices. I cannot do that at all. The zombie is undead. Are you really killing a dead person? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Tower thoughts there, Welder. Yeah. Can you actually kill the undead? Is it called killing? Should be the Alchemist Guild, yes. Yes, no. That's not. Yeah, is that where I'm going? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Good. A fourth victim. Allah have mercy. Were you able to glean aught connection to the other victims? Arbiters of truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help! Oh no, Ellie. Miss Ellie, the voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Hope she's okay. Hope they're okay. Uh-oh. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only... Bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead? It would seem? Haha. Remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of the Sultan's sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. What? Thief. The thief of many faces. To think we would find our man like this. Rice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of the gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic persistence, I declare this case closed. Oh no. I return the satchel to you, Miss Phyllis. Well, the gesture was appreciated. In the end, it proved superfluous to me. My cracking of the case. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, you're at it. Is there anything else of immense value you'd like to wantonly destroy? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise. Planted by the thief to throw us off the trail, no doubt. Oh my gosh. Hildebrand is like the best at like accidentally solving problems. I picture him as a slightly dumber Inspector Gadget. Actually, I was explaining Hildebrand to Vanessa, and she kind of was like, Inspector Gadget? And I'm like, yeah, Inspector Gadget. This is Guile, one of the most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfit him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her bludgeoning readership and the rise to the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise men whisper, it's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy the old troops and do not rest until she is in custody. Now the game is truly afoot. Yay, Gilgamesh! Bob, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Enkidu? Yeah, the dragon, it would make Nashu Penny and me Brian. I love that show so much. Miss Ellie, the shadow you saw. I think it was just a dormouse. Think he literally stumbled face first into a second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Uh-oh. 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 Not Nashu, I like her. She's okay. Alright, sibling strife. Done. Alright. But now I'm like, I don't know, like, is Ellie really to blame here? Is she just, was that it's a phantom person impersonating him? Her? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let's talk with Hildebrand here. I don't know what's going on. So not even the shockiest turn of events will deter the famed agent of inquiry. My ever-loyal associate. We must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely if confronted by her constant champions, she can still be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Ah, Miss Phyllis, I thought you had already departed for the company of your men, but all is the better. Shall we conduct our search together? I fear it would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target is none other than Hildebrand Mander? Me, mind you. It is not a role I sought on my own account. My name and my passion of history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that a position in a committee had opened, and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to emulate my duties to prevent the spread of historical lies that will sully the member of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer of the Sultansworn, I was deemed to be in a particular unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in the palace where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for her well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman is exactly what I shall do. Right, my associate here is also stand by your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here. But it's not her. We know that now. But also, she just left the real Nashu just like sitting like in the middle of the street. So wouldn't someone find her like knocked out? but meh. Okay, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw someone in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse. But it was a really cute dormouse, you see? It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Are they trying to make fun of the fact that she's like a cat lady, so she was chasing a mouse? So pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my Inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us, Luneth. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Okay. We're doing the Beneath the Mask quest. See, someone is watching us. A water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Ooh. Search for more evidence. Water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies on the floor. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. Right? Search for more evidence. Not really searching when it like shows up right exactly where you need to look. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a satchel of demasking dust. In an instant, you feel an immediate presence behind you. Uh-oh. Hey! Ho ho ho! If it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Luna. I was in the area on the matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt the suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. I like how he's wearing like the exact opposite kind of stuff as Hildebrand. He's got a white rose and a white suit. Your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend? Or is it but another trap laid by our fiend? Yes, the plot thickens, like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstance call upon utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone. Myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist you in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildebrand, his dear mother would not be pleased. Do we know have we met his mother yet? I don't think we met his mother yet. Right, so speak with Godbert. Running. Godbert. If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single satchel of demasking dust at our disposal. We must identify the impostor beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. We know the players better than I, Luneth. Let's say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss. I mean, I've been around all of them except for you the entire time, so you're kind of the only prime candidate. Anyways. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the Phantom Thief, is the only logical confusion, and yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Braden told me all about it. Who'd have thought Miss Ellie was the Phantom Thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. Stands to reason the fiend would not take such a risk if it were not utterly confident it could pull off the ruse. Persis. This one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. Hello, Hildebrand. I questioned the Sultan sworn outside. To a man, they insisted they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? But father, what brings you here? Yes. Finally, the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up. The fiend already stands among us. Inspector Braden, I should hope you are not doubting me. Well, I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular broad brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Luneth here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another satchel or two lying around, would there? Well, remains of our supplies already been distributed to the search party, but worry not, they should be reporting back within a bell's time. Ha ha, I might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. I fear this is more time than we can afford. Miss Phyllis, fortunately, my powers of deduction may lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Luneth here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin to question my own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if you ask me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loving, loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I am a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Carathis to Thanaland, Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. So he just sang a song. A perfect score. Maybe that's easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably the true Nashu. I've never loved you more than now. You must marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu? Is something the matter? Just because you've picked up a few more wrinkles beneath your eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles, wrinkles. Look who's talking, you crusty, contentious old... Genius, Inspector? Uh-oh. Now she would never talk to him like that. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. All the nodding. I love it. Nod. Everyone nods. It's Miss Ellie. Oh, and I was just starting to like her, but now she's like the villain. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. A very genius move there, Trezor. He clearly had that coming. He knew that was going to happen, right? Alright. On to Truths Untold. Ooh, we get some glamour dispeller. Oh, like the stuff we've been using. Cool. Except this. So, 7 hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley trope of mummers. Who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Barradin, once again, you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood. My beloved sister. My, eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me, Cece. Charmed, I'm sure. You are quite right. Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assume you that Ellie and I are no specters. We are, mind you, the last living scions of the Sylvan aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Fuddled? If to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief was that the thief that 4 times stole the show. Oh, and those precious relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie, hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning a hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe you a lot, truly. Why would the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me? We never could have risen to the heights of celebrity. Miss Cece, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice. 400 years ago, olden dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify those foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Ah, wait. The histories say that the Silda that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows to silence those who would seek the truth. You would have died with your fellow's false arbiter. Oh no. The Ulda are the villains. It was Ulda that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and the wielder of this as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Ulda army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was the final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that histories don't tell. The truth of this doughy-eyed Sultan Sworn will kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long, you and everyone in this rotting nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. Ha 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 ha. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. The masked crusader for justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if they only knew. But they will see soon enough, when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, the band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of powder from Ulda vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with power from magics. The sole means of which the vault may be opened by assembling 4 secret relics. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Silda before Ulda dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when the zombie powder rained down on Ulda. No, wait, you will be dead. Preposterous. Preposterous. Oh gosh. Looks up the medium sign. Uh-oh, dragon. Are we learning? Are we learning things? But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. You let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Cece? Uh-oh, Hildebrand. Uh-oh. Hildebrand. Hildebrand's gonna be a zombie now? You idiot! Just for once, did you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville. I can't even trust your story arts to look after him for one day. Is the person hiding in the shadows been her mom? Or sister? I don't know. What's going on? Who is this? I knew it! That presence that watched over... Oh, the shadows is you! My dear wife! Okay, it was his mom. Oh my gosh. Now we get to meet Hildebrad's mom. Uh-oh. I love this game so much. This is so ridiculous. Am I understand that you are Hildebrad's mother? Strongest human alive. I get that, yeah. I love how his mom and dad are just like the strongest people ever. They just move super quick and super strong, and then like he's just an idiot. So this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. That's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Luneth. It's time for our final the time for our final confirmation is nigh. Do ye have potatoes for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse. If ye had bloody noticed. Oh gosh. You, Luneth or something, was it? Hildy has told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet ye. My dear boys always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I came a little bit too strong at times. I can be a little bit too strong at times, okay. But can ye blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry-arsed husband here. And look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't ye? Of course we're gonna help. I'm guessing we're gonna have to gather some stuff to save Hildebrand. Quest accepted. Speak with Julianne? Julianne, that's her name, okay. So afraid. I'm very afraid of Julianne. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages. And just look at him. He's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie course. And I know just the remedy. Fail O holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tattered oversoul rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Signet at the market stocks the former, and the latter can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry. Once the poison spreads through his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Hopefully Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that's smart. Ye gat. Hildy, you're looking none too hearty yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Luneth here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Those, Sithgot's sundries, was it? Come now, Luneth. There's work to be done. Wait, so we've gone from, like, being enemies? He's so afraid of her that we're now friends? I like her. I like this. This is awesome. Alright, where are we headed to? To the exchange here. We found Hildebrand. What is that? That is a block. We found Hildebrad's mother. The person hiding in the not the weavers, it's the exchange. Hiding in the shadows has been his mother this whole time, and here we thought that was the masked person. We really had no clue. Like, were there any hints at all to this situation happening, or is it just like kind of just out of nowhere? I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think of any like hints that have been dropped that it was Ellie this whole time. Oversoul rags, you say? I fear I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine of my own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've once promised a copious supply of rare chimera mandibrain for those rages. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. God, do you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet in the markets. Oh, hey. She's back, yay! Okay, so no, but I've seen her for a moment before. When have I seen her before, the dragon? I don't remember, but maybe, probably. As it happens, I'm just returning from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras has just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to the share. Oh, very, very... Oh, Ultra talked to her in the street yesterday and she rejected... Oh my gosh, she was the one talked to on the street. It's one of those like innocuous things you don't even notice. Oh, that's hilarious. I love how they did that. That's fun. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildebrand and Luneth here, I'd still be a tag teaming with the slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Yeah, I'm glad she came back, and her sister. Hopefully they're doing well. All take me if it wasn't a Veil of the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why? I have half mind to give you the regs you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Luneth? And with this, our task here is done. Now, let us find this traitor named Guest. Hi, Gilgamesh. Again, very interesting. We are working with Gilgamesh because he is afraid of Hildebrand. What is this? What is that? What was that? Chamber of Rule, okay. That's the portal the Reapers use? Oh, cool. I did not know that. I don't know if I've seen those yet. I have not played a Reaper yet, as you can tell. I have not made it that far into the game yet. Their jump forward move. Okay, thanks, a dragon. That's awesome. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to try Reaper sometime. I'm thinking I might do Reaper for Endwalker. Okay, so the blundering mandrill boy is on his last legs, and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody mandrels are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last skill for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be a happier and wealthier man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you no shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business, rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. After the events of the day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me. No, my love, for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, milady, may I have this dance? Oh, is this our friend here? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I thought it was going to be the octopus again. Arabella. Luneth, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the lapis maiden of the flesh, what say you bid farewell to bringing flops and scruffy adventures and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty? Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. Yes! Yeah, he's excited. Providing you first provide my good friend Luneth with a bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. You know this man? Bah. If that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gil. Anyway, now, shall we, Miss Arabella? I know everyone's kind of coming back. But yeah, no, I definitely want to rewatch a little bit of yesterday to see her there. I didn't realize she was there. I knew Hindi was to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Lunith, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him. Okay. Is Gilgamesh going to be, like, actually become an ally now or something? That would be kind of awesome. I guess I can just run there now. Running. I trust you two, the two of ye wouldn't dare to come back empty-handed. Nope, no, we would not. Please don't hit me with your frying pan. Bloody brilliant. I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now, stand back and let me show you some real Mandeville home cooking. Oh, you bloody bugger. Guide my skillet. She's just gonna... Where's she cooking it in the middle of this room? Aye. That should stop it spreading. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering, obviously, in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that nap feel good. Yes, I'm sure of it, Lunith. Word is it that Ellie has been sighted at the ruins? We must go there with all haste. You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Ul'dah is at stake. Let's go! Lunith, my strength is yours as well. For Ul'dah, and for our friend, Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What with you having more muscles than sense. If you're so keen to make yourself useful, why don't you run the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear body warm, or my boy warm, is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see, I believe 20 crates should suffice. I'm a warrior, not in our... yes, milady. Gilgamesh is awesome. I say, the burden we must bear is simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Lunith. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Lunith and Hildy both, be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, not. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. Oh, you are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me? Even Lunith could not stand against our combined might. Okay, so he still wants to, like, fight us. Oh, Enkidu, whatever you may wander, hear my words and return here to my side. Enkidu, you hear me? Enkidu! Aw. Hey, so, ye gats! What is that flash in the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals? Where have they gone? Uh-oh. Fancying meeting you here, old friend. That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so? What's happened? Okay, we completed this mission. That's completed. We're done. Okay, so we have to go... Oh, we can get it from you. Okay. It would send you on your way. Ooh, we get most gentlemanly. Oh, we get his outfit. Oh my gosh, I'm actually kind of excited for that. And a wind-up gentleman. All right, you know what? I'm guessing this is the last part of this. We're just going to finish this. Let's accept this. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid digging around the excavation site with her mind set on turning Ul'dah into the land of the walking dead. Ye concern for Hildy is most touching. But don't ye worry. Mommy Dearest isn't gonna let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. Alright, so let's go. Alright. Speak with Phyllis at the excavation site. Also, is there going to be like a another trial or something like that for this this part? If there is, anyone who would like to join me is welcome. If not, you're still welcome to join me. That's perfectly fine. Whoop. Alright, we've managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead. While your friends watch over her as we speak, yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses so much as answer. Needless to say, we considered physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled with the brim with traitorous fern. One mishap and the consequences could be dire indeed. You are our only hope, Luneth. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Luneth. Surely, if anyone convinced that woman to abandon her madness, it's you. With the chat mode in Say, use your keyboard or software keyboard to call out Ellie. Convince your friend to listen. Okay, so it has to be in Say. I just have to say... no. I'm guessing I'm going to need the exclamation point also. Oh, do I have to actually go? Oh, I have to go to a certain point. Okay, never mind. I'm just doing it here. I have to actually go to a certain part. Okay. Kind of like how it makes you do emotes and makes you do things in the chat thing. I like that. That's neat. More games should do that. Ooh, I really like her earrings. Luneth, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. So it was you, after all. Consider me disappointed. Oh. Your sister, Cece, is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her. Little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Cece and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago we made a vow that should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Oh. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the older dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. Zombies! Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. There's too many of them. All of the day's work for a Mandeville man. What? I love this so much. So you think we're powerful? Clearly, he is the most powerful. Use the limit break, yes. Oh my gosh, he's so awesome. I love the animation for the zombies too. They did such a good job with it. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only the Inspector Hildebrad's ridiculously good fortune that you ever made it this far. And he's as good as 6 palms under. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can starve off the effects of Traitor Spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Wasn't he essentially like a zombie when we found him? Balls. There's no end to them? They're like... I'm not liking our chances. Greg, was it? Just accepts Greg. It's a shame to lose you, Luneth, warrior of light. That you are, you might yet have served one last purpose to us. Go forth, my zombie minions! What? What's the strong characters on our side? Yeah, we got all the strong characters on our side there, Dollar. We're the best. In fact, I would say Dad is stronger than us. What is going on? When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in a righteous glare. Pucker me with a broadsword. Are my eyes to be believed? That pose! No, those are not 4 warriors of light that I see. There are 4 gentlemen of light. I love this game so much. Just so, my good man, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry inspector extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? The glare was just off his head. Oh gosh. Oh, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my turbo tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig over your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean from your bloody head. Oh my gosh. Hello there, Mr. Core. You're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard the master zombie brand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. An immunity too. We're just gonna pretend this makes any kind of sense? So Hildebrand, leader of zombies. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Hey, pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. This is definitely did not go the way I thought it was going to. I love it so much. It's over. It's all over, Inspector Baradin. You said there's something you would tell me when all this was through? I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had lost, did you not? As for me, I found something. Someone with whom I intend never to part. Aww. Aww, that's what I kind of was suspecting. He fell in love with her. Maybe. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your cell as a free woman, I will be there. What say you? I mean, she didn't technically murder 4 people, but she was an accomplice. So she might get more, I'm not sure how the laws in Ulda work. And for zombie dance contest, that's what we should have. Zombie dance contests. And apparently Edgerazor is like, I guess suffocation is something you can get immunity from. Apparently he's got immunity to the zombie beating during some zombie. It's just Hildy, don't question it. Yeah, it's right. Dragon, don't question it. It's Hildebrand. So, Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspirations cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Ulda was built on lies. Seeing what I've seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. This game so much. It's so ridiculous. It's so like you'll have these like moments like of the main story that are so intense and crazy, and then you have these like just silly Hildebrand quests. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me? If you're quite done playing Cloak and Dagger, I require Luna's presence for a matter of great importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. What? Okay. Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhap this will be you singing a happier tune. Oh, this will have you singing a happier tune. Okay. Could it be? The true beauty and the true one at that? Are the treaty blade and the true one at that? None other. And I have not the slightest intention of parting with it. Say to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak. It would not be a single combat this time. Is that my cute old friend? It's just the sound effects that are awesome. Wait, who's this? Who are you? Well, I was not expecting his companion to be, this. I'll be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void set? Abomination? I'll thank you to address my companion, with courtesy, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing that there I was, hauling a crate full of crystals to Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend, Enkidu were there. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartful plea, summoned forth his friend. Nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. Wait, what? And the world is now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Luneth, you may have bested me in the past, but facing two of us together will not prove as easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shrink from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at the end of our keep. What? A strong wish and several crates of crystal equals a primal. I don't know what to think anymore. It was, tis a ways from here, and what better venue than for a climactic confrontation? It would remain, if you would claim the tree blade and claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies. It's one of those, like, Enkidu's a primal. We're gonna be fighting another primal. 2 against 1? That's not very gently of you. Greg, come, Luneth, to Andapar. Razor, he just really wanted to meet his friend. And Joller, Logic flew with the wind, threw out the window a long time ago. Yeah, Logic has been gone in this since we met Hildebrand, and he was like dead when we first met him. Okay, this is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. I'm a Scion. Oh, but of course, I had never forgotten we had the Warrior of Light in our very midst. Please, Lyneth, you are our only hope to slay this primal and reclaim the blade. Alright, let's go kill a primal. I did not think this was going to end like this. I never once thought that the Hildebrand questline would end in us fighting a primal. But, like, are old primals bad? This one I feel kind of guilty about, because if it's his friend, I don't want to kill his friend. Kind of like Greg. Kind of hope Greg becomes our friend after this. You not to kill a primal, just knock it down to 1 HP. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just knock it down to 1 HP. Hildebrand, what are you doing here? Is that you, Lyneth? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's trail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I will be concluding my investigation forthwith. In the meantime, might I trouble you with entertaining Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Together we will reclaim the Treaty Blade from the Knave. Lyneth? Yes. Just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. Alright, so battle in the Big Keep now accessible. So let's do this. This is going to be 13 minutes, so what I'm going to do is actually exit the crew. Q. Nope, not duty support. Withdraw. I'm going to switch to Paladin. As long as this is level 50. Okay, good. And join. And now it's down to 10 minutes. There we go. Oh. I can right-click on it, brings up the same menu. Thank you, the dragon. Thank you, the dragon. Right, maybe this will make it a little bit quicker. I'm a tank. And there will be a second tank in this, so I don't feel so bad. Alright, I gotta remember how to play as a tank. Yeah, Iron Will's what I need. And then, okay, let's take a, okay, I got Fight or Flight, Rampart, those are defensive stuff. Sentinel, reduce damage taken, Reprisal, reduce damage dealt. Alright, and then I've got my... Where is Circle of Scorn? Okay, yeah. Yes, okay. Okay, we can do this. Okay. Yes, okay. But yeah, never... I don't know. At this point, knowing that the Hildebrand quest goes on, I have no idea what to expect now. Like, it's just... This has been... That's a cool umbrella you got there. Dancing with an umbrella. That's neat. I like that. Like, I have no idea what to expect next. Wait, where's my... Don't I have general actions? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's go to social, emotes. General, special, Vanderbilt dance. That down here. And hum. Why not hum? Do, 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 do. Next time I go to a dance or a wedding or something, this is the dance I am doing. I want to learn this so that this is what I can learn. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. This is what I will do. Oh no, you're an actual dancer. Is that what that one is? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Also, I didn't know you could change classes if you're in a queue. Oh, maybe you can change from DPS to DPS or tank to tank. Yes, I'm very curious. Oh, no, you changed to a... Oh, you can change to a healer. Okay. Oh, but if you go to, when it gets triggered, does it just automatically send you back to whatever class you started as? Is that kind of... Oh, okay, you can change to whatever you want. You just need to switch back. Oh, okay. Final Fantasy XIV dance classes coming to a town near you. Oh, man, I 100% want to learn how to do this. You can farm while waiting. That makes sense there, the dragon. That's a nice little, little thing to do. Ooh, well, how were you doing that stance? That was a cool stance you had there. Where you just put your sword in the ground. Hey, come on, hurry up. I wanna fight our Gilgamesh friend. Or Greg. We can just call him Greg. It's a Dark Knight female pose. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a Dark Knight. Neat. Oh, wait, is there a difference between female and male poses? I didn't realize that. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. All right. For some jobs there is? Okay, in some entry it said for some jobs there's different emotes. I didn't realize that. I like that though. That's fun. I am basically immortal now. Not actually, but... Oh, you saw a lot of them the week after the Berserk author died? Yeah, that would be a pose that you would see a lot of people making. I could see people doing it. Oh, that's nice. That's again, I love when it's something you don't get in regular games, but you get a lot in MMOs is things like that. Where people pay their respects to either, you know, authors of amazing work or players themselves or developers. It's really like that. It's nice. That's nice. Yep, Hollow Ground is true invulnerability. Arm's length creates a barrier nullifying most knockback and draw-in effects. We got reverts the enemies to target party member. Oh, and I can cover and Shelltron, sorry. Take all damage intended for another party member as long as said member remains within 10 yalms. And then I can block incoming attacks for 4 seconds. I got some health. So the 300 and some is on a lot. I got Shield Bash. Circle of Scorn. I don't think there's too much of a... like I have to do it in a certain order, right? It's just these are more against nearby enemies, nearby enemies, nearby enemies, and then these ones are for solo. Shield Bash. Shield Lob is the one I can throw out there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The Red Mage says V-pose when your favorite is your favorite difference. Guys straighten their necks after fighting. The sword in the air, the girls do a hair flick. Oh, that's cool. They just kind of like, Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. There's a little... Ooh. And if I was... I can... And then if I do it, victory pose. You're kind of like that. I like that. That's really awesome. Again, things I didn't realize. That's neat. Ooh, I also really like that sword you have there, and the whatever these things are called. I do like the fact that every class has its own, even multiple animations for this victory pose. It's I mean, it's a lot of work goes into that, so that's awesome for something that people might never ever really use. They definitely do a lot of work in this game. Okay, we're at 8 minutes. Hurry up. And then dancers just dance because that's what dancers do. Dance. Do 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 do. So heavily. Is this? Wait, which class is this? With your awesome glowing swords. Oh, the ninja. Okay. That's a ninja. Oh, I guess you'd have to do. You'd have to have done this before to get put into it. Yes. Try ninja sometime. Also, if you have a bunch of different classes, do you have to keep those weapons in your? I can't remember. Do you have to keep those weapons in your armory chest? Yes, I believe so. They have to be there. Yeah, if you want to use them, yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember that, yes. Also, all the other gear too. So, like, you really have to keep a lot of your gear. If you wanted to do, you couldn't really do all. I guess a lot of the classes will could share the same armor and stuff like that. There's just really weapons. So full of all the things. And the glamour gear you just wear sometimes gets full real easy. Yes, that is true. I can see it. Yeah. You really need more space there. Ninja shares with nobody. Everyone else shares at least one of the class. Yeah. I figured that would make sense. Up to 11 minutes. Hurry up. Find me a group here. I'm willing to tank here. Let's get there. All these shards. Oh, monk. Monks always seem so angry to me. You can do all the combat classes, but no space for gathering and crafting classes at all times. Oh, because they'd have their own stuff too, right? That is something I've never done. I've never done any gathering or crafting in this game at all so far. That's weird. These actually look like that. That is clearly very different colors from here to here. and here to here are very different colors. That's interesting. Wonder why they did that. My chocobo! Gotta do more chocobo, stuff like that. Do you want to? Would it be quicker if we popped out and then you went healer and we pop back in? Or would that just slow it down a little bit more? Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. There we go. If you want to go to healer, we can do that. There we go. That's telling me 5 minutes. Maybe this will be even quicker. Hopefully a little bit quicker. Silly, DPS is taking forever to get into anything. What level are things around here? Oh gosh. Oh, nope, you're level 50, you're getting up. Oh, there we go. Come on, DPS and healer. One more healer. There we go. Yay! Okay, good. See, and that's always what happens when I go to do something. That's when it triggers. Whenever you go to do something, that's what happens. Should have done that earlier. Alright, I'm tanking something I have no idea how to tank. At long last, we meet again in the battlefield. I dare say, Enkudu shall come to enjoy our tussles as well. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable, unless you enjoy getting hounded senseless. Haha. Okay, I gotta remember to tank. Who's the other tank? Oh, I gotta turn this on, that's why. Uh-oh. Why is Gilgamesh not coming after me? Not facing me at all. Says he's targeting me, but he's not actually targeting me. That's just so weird. Oh, okay, we gotta keep going here. Alright, what's going on? Me? Run away, huh? I was but seeking out a more suitable spot. Enough exposition. We fight like men and ladies who dress like men. For Gilgamesh, it is my transmorphing time. It's morphin' time! What? I didn't know we were playing Azura's Wrath. Mightiest warrior ever to grace Erosia stands before you, by which I mean I, Gilgamesh. Prepare yourself. Yeah, now I feel like I'm playing Azura's Wrath. I'll turn my buff off. The other tank is probably better. Oh, hey there, Onyx. Yeah, we'll show him who's boss. I'm the boss. Okay, really, this other character, this other player's the boss. Okay, oh, more of this stuff going on. Ouch, 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 ouch. So bright and colorful. Oh, Gilgamesh almost down. There we go. Enough expository banter. That's a fun achievement. To think that my full complete of arms would avail me not. Or my full complement of arms. Yeah. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh. You have my word. The Treaty Blade, too, I shall return. Just as soon as I remember where I hid it. Uh-oh. You literally just had it. Anyway, I'll yield to your unparalleled... okay, good. I'm better. Do. Now, what with the primal? Victory is ours. Aha. Alright. Loot. Never again. I do solemnly swear. Oh. Let's exit. Leave the duty. And did I just get the chicken as a wind-up toy? I want it. Okay, let's see what's next. Aww. Oh my god, you got a painted green chicken. Oh, no. I lied again. Uh-oh. You can just take the frosty old blade that I care. I trust for true power and not save the strongest person available. Okay. Warrior of Light, you have proven you're worthy opponent. I warn you, the treasure every moment with your weapon. For as sure as the day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as my own. Till we meet again. Okay. I'm glad Gilgamesh is going to be around a little bit longer. Although will Gilgamesh lose all the arms he had? Alright, actually, let's take a look here. I got a... Oh no, I got the green is not coming out even with multiple washings. So I did get an Enkidu. It's a pet. Yay! Now I got my own chicken. Oh, what? Ho, Lunat. Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lend me lead me to them at once. We should deliver the coup de grace together. Yeah, I meant Greg, Tonic. I meant Greg. The battle is already won? That is triumphant news, indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have been for naught. And what's this to say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, and inspector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? Oh boy. Gwyneth, what news of the Primal and the Treaty Blade? I beat the Primal, I think. Don't actually know. Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildebard enjoys such similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship. At once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Sildeth. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' names through the mud. Just how did you come by these long-lost relics? They were an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and the incantation of uncontrolled power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only the Warrior of Light can wield the power, and so the legend goes. What I would have given to seen it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. Oh, no. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring cast upon the doors of justice, the wise man whispers a verdict true. Azim's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the Warrior of Light would have to hold forth the treaty blade and speak. Blade in hand, I swear unto you. The legend differs as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. I love how happy it is with the sword. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, just like that. I swear unto you, then... My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't the Warrior of Light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light. Someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. What? What is happening? Skyward. Oh. Bye, Hildy. What was that? Okay. Well, I dare say that proved to be the most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended, I must say. Never expected it to be quite literal, a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all. Inspector! Oh, Inspector, wait for me! Balls, Hildy. First you almost die at your old mother's feet, and now you fly off to God's know where without even giving her a kiss goodbye. It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on you the family art. So in the end, the incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old, after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Oh. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people it was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. I think I would see it in my own eyes. It's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and still he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end. The bloody bastard. Sword has the sword of dementia. The sword was a little confused. It's like that. It's a few thousand years old. It's a little confused as to what was going on. Here goes Hildebrand blasting off again. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye? Curious scent, wafting in the wind of a far-flung land. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for whatever the wronged wait for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there. Bye, Hildebrand. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's complete this mission. Quest completed. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I love this, like, at the end, too, with this. Such an anime feel to it, I love it. Why she doesn't wear that, why she doesn't wear that outfit. Hildebrand will return. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Hildebrand. Yes, very true. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, you killed it. Wait a minute. Okay, it's still alive. Okay, good. Just got a card stuck in its back. But from who? Or whom? All right, mission completed. We'll be there for you. I got a bunch of items. Okay, so let's use the wind-up gentleman. Oh, I have to actually put that in my armory chest, but my armory chest is full. So let's replace that with... sure, this for now. And then the pants, right? And then let's go. Oh, I have to have boots on. I have to have boots on. And now I'm just like Hildebrand. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh, I'm so glad I have this now. All right, there we go. I'm wearing it. I just beat, Drazer just said I beat a Realm Reborn's Hildebrand. I got boots. Oh my gosh, I love this outfit. This is awesome. Oh. This makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so happy this is over. Well, not over, but like I'm so happy we finished it. It definitely went places I never thought it was going to be. It was completely ridiculous. And sitting here thinking about it, a Realm Reborn's Hildebrand story was longer than most other games, like most single player games. I got another emote. Yes, I got another emote. Social emotes. Most gentlemanly. my gosh. I love this game so much. And now I can do the Manderville dance proper. That goes here for now. Do. Most gentlemanly. Aw, this makes me so happy. Oh, this game is so awesome. All right. So, that's going to be it for the stream today. I did end up going 3 hours today. A little bit of an odd time. A little bit longer after. Normally I stop at 3, but I went to 4 today because I wanted to finish the Hildebrand quest today. So my goal this week is to get to level 70 before next Thursday, so we can play through Final Fantasy XIV, the new expansion, the next expansion. Sorry, not new expansion, next expansion. I got to get my my white mage to level 70 so we can play through the story. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this awesome Hildebrand adventure. We'll have to find time to go through the next part. So I still got 3 parts, I believe, right? Of Hildebrand. I've got I've got the Heaven's Ward part, the Stormblood part, and then Endwalker. So yeah, we'll do that eventually. Don't you worry. We'll find some time to do those. I'm guessing they won't be as long as the Realm Reborn one either. They're the dragon. Or are they about the same length? Because this seemed to be, I mean, probably looking at about 10 or so hours of the Hildebrand quest. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter, but I'm guessing about 10 hours. If they're all about 10 hours, I've got another like 30 hours of Hildebrand ahead of me. Oh, the Realm Reborn is the longest? Okay. So far. You never know what's going to happen next. But yeah, very excited for this. Oh, and I got a, actually, if I go to Minion Guide, I got a Hildebrand Minion. A wind-up gentleman, as they say. And then I also got, where is... I got a chicken! I got a green chicken! Which is awesome. Oh my gosh. Very excited about this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure today. Thank you for joining me again there, Drazor. It's always fun to have, and make things a little bit easier to have someone with you too. So thank you guys so much for that. You was going to hunt you down on your character if I wasn't leaving. Yeah, I got to take off for now. But yeah, I'll be back streaming on Tuesday. We'll be streaming some Guild Wars 2. And then things might be a little bit different next week because I do want to stream some of the Darktide when it comes out officially. So I want to stream some of that, but we'll see. We'll figure things out. But I should be back next Thursday, Friday for Final Fantasy. So yeah, next Tuesday might end up being Darktide instead of Guild Wars, which is all right. But yeah, back for next Wednesday for Star Wars: The Republic. And yeah, very excited for what's going on next week and stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad you guys were here to enjoy it. And yeah, you're welcome, Andrea the Dragon, everybody. If you guys have yourselves an awesome, amazing day, hopefully awesome weekend. And until next time, keep your stick on the ice.